we should learn more from animals. When it gets stressful and a lot of things are around, we should slow down, because money doesn't have any energy. Money, it's just something we use for things, for trading things. But when it does not work, I would slow down. And I realized that in my life, when I slow down, I get insight.
Hello, everybody, and I welcome you in another exciting episode of the Business Narrative. Today, we are going to discuss executive burnout and silent crisis in a business or in our entrepreneurial journey with none other than Manuela Lipp. She is a seasonal entrepreneurial coach and leader. Manuela, thank you so much for your precious time.
Thank you, and thank you for welcoming me here. I feel very honored to being part of your podcast, and I really look forward to the time we are spending now together.
The pleasure is all mine, Manuela. Manuela, you started your journey as a lawyer and completed your degree, and you worked as a very superior lawyer. But after that, you thought you should become a leader, a coach, right? And after that, you switched towards entrepreneurial journey. So, like, how this transition happened?
It started slowly. I think it's something anyone knows, or not anyone, lucky ones not. But I think a lot of human beings can feel into the experience when you wake up one morning or you go to bed and your life is okay, but you just feel a little bit something is missing. And I had that as I was 41, 42. And I've been working already as a lawyer in a company. I had leadership role. My career went perfectly, but still I knew I'm not going to be able to do that for the next 20 years. So it was really time to ask myself, is there something else? And of course, first thing I thought about was, I just changed the company. But I quite quickly realized it's not going to solve the real issue which I'm having, not being fulfilled anymore with what I do. So I made myself on a journey to find out what do I really like, what makes me, let's say, happy. And I went in a coaching for 3 days. We were in nature, and I remembered that coaching, like doing this work with people, helping them finding solutions, that's really a great thing to do. And so I thought, oh, wow, wouldn't that be very cool to be one day a coach myself? And then I was like, oh no, but I'm a lawyer now. And how can I be a coach one day? And I had thought, well, I don't think about what it takes and what makes me go there. So I just thought, well, I just can do one first school in coaching and then just see, does it fit? Does it feel right? And so I started doing this coaching school. It took me 5 years to finish it because it was during the weekends next to my job. But it was so fulfilling because it was something my heart was asking for. And so it was step by step. And that's been 2018. And we have now 2025. And I have my own company together with 2 good business partners. Well, we are at the beginning. It's not that I'm like, I did all the steps and I never lost faith and belief in what is possible when you just do the steps and listen to yourself first. Listen to other people who have gone through the process, because there's a lot of good experience in there.
Like, whenever you start something, you always face challenges. So, what were some early challenges you faced in your entrepreneurial journey when you started your own company in 2018?
It's good to have a plan, like, your goal. I've just made one for in 3 years. It's very good to have that because it makes it directs you. But it's very, what I found out, it's very important. It has to be something you really wish for, something you really desire deep down in your heart, and not just something your community or your culture or whatever there is around, which has taught you something, makes you to want something. You really have to go deep and ask yourself, what is it what you desire? And then make a goal out of it. And then forget everything about it, kind of. Don't worry about how you get there. Because once you have set the goal, you start taking small steps. And that's something I experienced. I decided 3 years, I did the coaching school, and 3 years ago, I decided I will be self-employed with it. And I just kept having focus on it. And I didn't know how it's going to work. I didn't know how it's going to feel. And you have to have endurance. Don't give up when you get the first no of something. You get challenged. But when your desire is like really a heart wish, something which really means something to you in your life. And I have this trick I did as I asked myself, do I really want to go this path? And that was the turning point. I imagined myself being really old shortly before dying. And I was sitting there reflecting my life in my fantasy. And I was thinking, if I don't choose to go this way, am I happy now with myself and my decision? And I said, no, I'm not happy. I'm more happy. I choose the path of self-deployment, of trying out my desire, which comes from my heart. Because even if I fail or not, I will have tried. And that was a turning point, this knowing I have to. Otherwise, I'm not happy when I'm finished with my life.
Manuela, do let me know, how does a leader burnout affect the whole company culture? Because in a crisis situation, every employee sees towards his leader. But if leader is burnout, how it will going to affect the whole company?
It's just an assumption I'm making. There are 1,000 reasons why people can burn out, because it's everything is so fast today. There is a lot of responsibility, a lot of things you have to fulfill for a lot of people. And then they really think deep down they have to. So what I can see sometimes, that they are not really living the life they should live, in the sense of they are not living the life they truly desire. They are not connected with their heart and what they need. So what they do to compensate, sometimes it's just an assumption, you work harder to get to your goal. And that's something we human beings do instead of all the animals. When it gets hard and stressful, we get faster. And when we get faster in every area, we get stressed. And when we get stressed, our whole system starts burning out. And we should learn more from animals. When it gets stressful and a lot of things are around, we should slow down, deeply connect with who we are, get rooted with earth, open up to the big spirit, how I call it, and just let the energy flow through you again. And there are wonderful exercises to slow yourself down, like breathing. It's the best, and it's available everywhere. But not just because I'm saying it, I sometimes forget totally. Then I'm running around and I think I have to do this and I have to do this. And then I say, hey, slow down. It's not going better. And I assume this is one reason a lot of people burn out. They forget to reconnect, to breathe, to slow down, to really experience this human being.
Okay, so you are a yoga teacher as well. So do let me know, what one habit, if entrepreneurs or leaders add in their life, they can prevent themselves from burning out. If a company have mission, vision, two things, and they are not getting desired results in short period of time, but if they stick to their mission, it is possible they will going to get success and they will not burn out. What is your opinion, because you have been working from 2018 with many entrepreneurs, right?
I try to say them, Yes, it helps. Yes, of course. It's like when you yourself, I compare the human being with our body. We are a system, and the company is a system as well. And there are most of the things which work for a human being work as well for a company. So there are two things, the same things you need in a company as you need as a human being. You need to have a desirable vision, something you really want, which makes sense. And for a company, for me, it's as well something which makes sense in the system they are in, which has a perspective, which not just focused on the company itself, but really is integrated. And that's one part. The other part is the connecting with yourself for the human being, like with breathing. And in the company, it's connecting with the people, the relationship you are having as a leader with your employees. And really both sides have to be equally strong. And what I see a lot in companies, instead of having a vision, connecting with the people, getting that work together, a lot of companies still have the reflection or the reaction to start controlling and protecting what is already there. And there goes a lot of energy in, and this is stopping. They mean it in a good way, but it starts stopping. Instead of letting the energy flow through mission and relationship management, they try to control things. And it's the same thing for us human beings. As soon as we start to control things, it's not in the flow anymore.
There are many people, they think that they can become billionaire overnight. It is realistic to become billionaire by doing any business, and they can become billionaire overnight. What is your theory on it? What is your take on it? There is a hot debate nowadays, degree versus skill set, and everybody says that if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you don't need to have a proper education. They give example of Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, and the list goes on. So, like, education is necessary or not to be a successful entrepreneur?
If someone comes to me and asks me, hey, Manuela, you are a coach, make me a billionaire within 1 year. I know it's possible, but I'm not sure if that is that really a goal which fits that person. You don't have to be and one of my first question, it would be to ask them, why do you want to be a billionaire? What is the really true reason? Because money doesn't have any energy. Money, it's just something we use for things, for trading things. And at some point in our history, we started to give money much more power as it has, because it's just something to trade things. So people think when they have a lot of money, they reach something. They are like a better father, a better man in the community. People love them, whatever. So we go and search, what do you truly want? What is your deep down desire behind wanting to be a billionaire? And then we start working with that. And most of the time, money will flow because there's more abundance in your life. Because before, you think you need the money because you are something missing. So we look, what are you truly missing? And we start working with that within you. That's the first answer. And the second, yes and no. I think education is something wonderful. We get to learn things on one hand. And I think the best entrepreneurs had some kind of education, no matter if that was in schools or not, but they got interested. You named Steve Jobs. He got interested in a topic and he educated himself very, very profoundly. So he really became the expert. So his own education for himself, even if it was out of the school system, was the foundation of him building such a strong company. So you have to be, I wouldn't say you need education, you need interest. You really must be interested in things and go deep. And for a lot of us, it works very well if you first have some basic education, which we get in school, because we learn to train our brain. And there is the other thing which I think gets forgotten. We learn to train our brain, but in Europe, we often forget to train as well our instincts, how we work as a human being, how we combine the brain, as we say, the brain and the heart, because you need both as a human being. And if you know how to work both, you will be perfectly happy. And you will truly live in abundance, with or without money.
Now, this is the time of a rapid fire round. I will going to ask you some rapid fire questions and you have to answer them very quickly. Morning bird or night owl?
A morning bird, definitely. Morning bird.
Calls or text?
Calls.
Any application that is improving your productivity?
ChatGPT, definitely.
Any regret from past?
No, never.
You are a fitness freak as well, so do let me know any junk food you love to eat.
How are they called? They are chips, Chiritos, something. They taste really cheesy and really artificial. And I just love them. They're
Okay, we had a lot of things to discuss, Manuela, but we have a time limit. So, but before leaving, any message to aspiring entrepreneurs, those people who are juggling around, they are not getting the desired results. Uh, you, as a coach, as a leader, you can give them guidance from your experience.
one thing is keep on going. If you really have something you desire on creating, keep on going. But when it does not work, I would slow down. And I realized that in my life, when I slow down, I get insights and I see possibilities I haven't seen before. And just step by step. And of course, get a coach if everything else fails.
Thank you so much for your fruitful advice, and I hope all the viewers will going to love this podcast. If you love the podcast, do subscribe the channel, press the bell icon. We need your support because we are inviting people from around the globe just for you guys. So we will be going to meet you in the next podcast. Till then, keep daring, keep listening, and keep achieving your goals. Take care. Bye bye.